competition.
Y'all know what it is. Your man Konan, Magic 95.9, and my man Jimmy the Boxer. Yeah.
Knocking out the competition.
That's right. And he made the switch. Now listen, we're going into a new year. I know you've been through things. Some of y'all might have been through divorce. Some of y'all might have been through some serious credit situations. But right now, going into 2022, if you need a new vehicle, you need to see Jimmy the Boxer at Jimmy the Boxer's Auto Mall. The Auto Mall is incredible. My first time here. And listen, the name is on the building, okay? So if the name's not on the building, you're not in the right spot. So tell me why people should, going into the new year, if they got bad credit, come get a car with Jimmy the Boxer.
It's very simple, Konan. I mean, if you come to me and you have a 480 credit score, unlike a lot of dealerships, we're gonna work the deal. We're gonna actually work the deal, find the car you want, and try to accomplish what you want. A lot of places aren't gonna do that. As soon as they run your credit, know you're a 480 credit score, go get a cosigner, come back with 10 grand down, and you don't get nowhere. So people have been through that. They've been told, I can get you approved, I can do this, I can do that. And now listen, nobody's perfect. Nobody's 100% going to get every single person if you're a 300 credit score approved.
Right.
But I'm getting 410s. I'm getting 430s. I did a 376, 375 score 2 weeks ago. Now listen, it was a 375 score would have paid off auto. Bad credit cards, had a divorce.
Wow.
Mortgage went bad. But that's not car credit. So I can get them a card. So there's always options for somebody, but it's who's willing to actually work on it and find the way, find the bank, and not accept a high interest rate right off the bat. You go to little spots, they only got 2-3 banks. You're going to take a high interest rate and not even know that you could have got 15, 14% through a different bank. So you got to have options. At the Auto Mall, I got options.
And you heard that. Car credit is different from mortgage credit and other credit. That's something I didn't even know. So Jimmy the Boxer is educating us right now. As a matter of fact, say, for example, a person has a vehicle and they upside down in their vehicle, but they want to get a new car because either the transmission is bad, they just went through a situation, but they owe too much on their car and they feel like I'm stuck.
Listen, it's simple because I'm the best at this.
Okay.
I'm the best at this.
Okay.
If you have a car, even if it's a 2015, 2018, and you owe $25,000 on it, right now, in today's day and time, it's more easier to get out of a car, especially if you bought it over a year ago, because car prices have risen.
Okay.
Car values are so high right now, they're record high. So it's easy to get out of a car. So right now is the time. If you got a car, and not only that, I put more in a car than anybody. Because to me, I don't got to go to the auction and refine the car. I can resell the car. You see what I'm saying?
Okay.
Because now that 18, that person doesn't want, somebody else wants. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
Now that car's here. Now I don't got to go find it. So I'll over allow. So if you have a car, you're upside down and you owe too much money on it, come to me. I'll help you get out of it, find a car to get you out of it and put you in the right one right now. Or if you just don't want a car no more, you don't even want to buy a car from me, I'll write a check for it on the spot.
So you heard the commercial. I don't mean to cut you off, Jimmy. You heard the commercial. $6 million in 30 days. He's buying your car from you. If you got a car, you upside down. It's serious. You get out the car.
And not only that, I was the first one buying cars off the street. I've been doing it for 8 months.
Wow.
Everybody else is just now starting to say, oh, we want to buy your car. We want to buy your car. I started way early letting people know your car's worth a lot more money than it used to be. So if you was up for repossession, you get out of it. Or if you was behind a payment or whatever, if you owed too much on it, you just didn't want the car anymore. I was showing you a way 8 months ago. So now the prices are even higher. So it just keeps going up.
So if you're listening to this right now and you're looking at us and you are upside down, Jimmy the Boxer Auto Mall is where you need to be hitting right now. You will see the name on the building. As a matter of fact, everything is here. I don't like to say one-stop shop, but it's a one-stop shop. Showrooms, cars, and he has a service center. So tell us about the service center, man, because that's a huge service center I just saw downstairs.
It's 20,000 square feet, and I'm getting more lifts and more lifts. Yeah, it's huge. And I'm staffing it now with technicians, A technicians, B technicians, service writers, people to answer the calls. Because as soon as I hit the radio with service, it was crazy.
Right.
It was crazy. And the biggest thing is I have the 0% interest, and they work with any type of credit. It's 0% interest for 6 months. If your car breaks down, you can get it fixed without out of paying $1, and get your car fixed, get mobile, and pay it off in 6 months. And then I have a 90 days. So I got a 90-day program and a 6 months interest free.
So y'all heard that. So I know I've been in situations where my transmission has gone out and I waited to take it to the dealership to find out that's another $3,000 for my transmission to get rebuilt or brand new.
Right.
So you're saying you will handle the service work and let them, almost like leasing the vehicle, pay on it to.
Basically, it's like getting a 0% interest credit card to Jimmy the Boxer Auto Mall Service Center for 6 months, no interest. There's like a $40 service fee. You got to pay it off before the 6 months. Otherwise, it's interest retro back.
Oh, of
so
course.
You got it. Don't even do it. If you're not going to pay it off in 6 months, don't even do it.
Right.
It's not worth it.
Okay.
It's only worth it if you're going to take upon the 0% interest. Otherwise, the interest is too high if you go over, and it goes back to retro day one.
Okay.
So you got to pay it off in the 6 months. So don't do it if you're not able to. But the main thing is, if you break down right now, how much money is it going to cost you between getting rides to get your kids to school or get to work or do this when you can get the car towed to me, go through the interest-free financing, get your car fixed that day. If you're living check to check or times are tough or with COVID not working or whatever the case might be, you got to be able to have an option. And this gives you an option to get mobile and not have to spend more money and get more in the hole.
Right. So look, with that being said, there was something you said that 8 months ago, you started buying people's cars off the street.
Yeah. Started with $1 million and grew it from 1 to 2 to 3, but cars were coming in so fast. And I was buying 03s, 05s, 18s, 19s, 20s. I was buying Chargers, all types of different stuff. High-end cars, low-end cars, doesn't matter. I was buying it. Because the values were there, and I knew I could either send it to auction if it was wholesale, if it's old, because I only sell 2015s and up. Most of my cars are 19s and 20s, to be honest with you.
Right. I saw that. The lot is incredible. Listen, right now going into the new year, I know you need a new vehicle. I know you probably might be stuck in the whole. A lot of people overspent on Christmas because last year Christmas was messed up. So this year we actually got to have a Christmas, and you overspent. But you know what? Jimmy the Boxer Auto Mall got you right now. And make sure you come on out. Now, one of the things I will say is that some people have had questions about buying a used car.
Right.
Why is it better for them to make sure they come out and get a car from Jimmy the Boxer?
Listen, the first thing you want to do is make sure you're buying a good car from whoever you buy it for, right? And the person's going to stand behind the car, right? So any type of car that you buy, I don't care where it is, whatever, it could have a problem. But when you go back to them with that problem, are they going to fix the car? Are they going to help you?
Right.
Now, not every instanct's the same. It might be the customer's fault. They might have gotten into an accident, whatever. That's a different story. But if you have a problem, you can come back. We're going to take care of you. That's the first thing. The second thing is if you have challenge credit or even if you have good credit, are they going to take the time to shop to get you the best rate that's out there for your credit? Or are they just going to click it to one place, take that interest rate and run? There might have been another bank that would have gave you a 4% difference,
right?
8% difference. So there's a difference on the hustle and who's actually going to do the work. When you come to me, I'm training all my guys. We work every deal the same. From start to finish, we want to put you in the car you want, and we want to help you through the process and get in the car.
One of the things I do respect about you is that I've seen the work ethic. I've seen what you've done for people. I've seen you take hundreds of people and put them in vehicles that possibly might not have been able to get in a vehicle anywhere else. Now, say if I'm starting a business and I need to get me some business vehicles or I need to work something out. How could you help a business owner?
If they need a special van, I can go find a van. All you got to do is stop in. I do special orders. So I've done like 4 or 5 last week where a lady came in. She wanted a Range Rover Velar. We didn't have the Velar here she wanted black on black. She wanted certain colors. She wanted it with the TV spec package, everything. I said, okay, no problem. I went on my computer. I looked one up. I sent her a retail pictures of it. She liked the picture. She said, I like it. She said, what's my interest rate? I got her interest rate. I gave her payments. I gave her all her figures. She said, yes, it's perfect. I clicked the button and bought it. The car came in 2 days. She came. I got it through MSI. She came and picked it up. That simple. When she could have been running around, she said she had been to 2-3 dealerships trying to find a Range Rover. And she wanted that specific car, I can do that. That's not a problem. If you come in and say, Jimmy, I want this specific car, I'll give you all the figures, everything. You can see the pictures. And listen, when it gets here, if it's not the car you wanted, you're not stuck with it. I send it back to the auction.
Right.
No, yeah. So it's not, because I'm going to hold them to the same standard that you would hold me to. The car's A1.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Now, we might have to do tires, brakes, rotors, maintenance stuff to start them out fresh, but we do special orders. So if you got a car you want, or you've been different places and you haven't found it, or the rate, everything didn't line up, let me see if I can line it up.
You hear what he said? Customer service is important. Now, I can tell you, you can go places and have something happen, but good customer service always brings you back. Going into 2022, you want good customer service, and you want a reliable vehicle, and you want somebody that's going to stand by what they say they're going to do for that vehicle and for you as a person. So Jimmy the Boxer Auto Mall is where you need to be. As a matter of fact, go to jimmytheboxerautomall.com right now. As a matter of fact, let's say this. Going into 2022, I'm sure there's some deals you can probably work out for people that want to get a vehicle, because I know that you took $6 million and spent it in 30 days to make sure people had vehicles. He's buying vehicles off the street.
I sell cars so fast that my cars last 3 to 4 days in stock. I never can keep up, because if yesterday we sold 10 cars on a Wednesday.
Wow.
We sell 10 to 15 cars a day, and Saturdays are even more crazy. So, it's keeping up with the demand. So I'll buy the cars, no problem, because if you don't want it and it's a retail car, that's even better for me. It's brought right to my doorstep. Mm-hmm. See what I'm saying?
Right.
I don't have to go to the auctions. I don't have to pay transport fees. I don't have to pay auction fees. I don't have to pay none of that. All I have to do is new brakes, rotors, oil change. So if you want to get rid of your car, bring it to me. I'll write a check for it if you don't want a new car. If you want a new car, I'm going to put more in your trade, and I'll work with whatever I got to work out to get you in that car, and I'm going to stand behind my product. So either way you look at it, there's only one place to go, and if it don't say Jimmy the Boxer Auto Mall on the outside of the building, there's one location. I know I had a customer call me the other day, and he's like, listen, I know there's multiple different people saying this and saying that. There's only one location. Go into your maps on your phone, type in Jimmy the Boxer Auto Mall, and it's going to take you right to my location. It's that easy.
Exactly. All right. So, and that's all I did. I put it in my GPS. It brought me right here. As a matter of fact, once you go into Waze or Google, like you said, once you put Jimmy the Boxer Auto Mall, it's popping up. The location is right here. So 2022, I know it's in a couple days. So if you get here today, Jimmy the Boxer, and he's in the building. Oh, I just want to say
that. I'm here
all
day long. I might be in the finance department. I might be in the service department. I might be in the sales. I'm here all day long.
Right. So if you go any place else and you don't see Jimmy the Boxer in the building, or it doesn't say Jimmy the Boxer Auto Mall on the building, you're in the wrong place. All right. That's all I can tell you.
And if you need service work on your car, 0% interest financing on service work. So you can get your car fixed now and pay it over the course of 6 months with no interest. You just have to make sure you pay it off before the 6 months.
That's important. I mean, that means you are committed to what you said you're going to do.
Correct.
If he does something for you and you're not committed to what you say you're going to do, he's at least letting you know up front. Don't do it. I'm giving you 6 months.
0%. So if it's $500 fix, divided by 6 is what? Nothing compared to having no car and paying somebody for rides. That's going to probably give you a hard time. When I had to get rides, everybody gave me a hard. You always give me a hard time. You know, you give them gas money, they give you a hard time.
Exactly.
Or you getting an Uber or a Lyft and you paying that fees, and that's $30 one way, $60 both ways. So that your paycheck's gone. You know what I'm saying? So it's not worth it.
So let me ask you something. We talked about bad credit. We talked about buying cars off the street. We talked about people that have gone through divorces. We talked about making sure that you maintenance the car and you get 6 months to pay it off with
and
zero
get your
debt.
oil changed in your cars. Make sure, if no one's ever taught you it, you get your oil changed in your car. I had 3 engine jobs coming today or yet this week that were slugged for not changing the oil. Every 3,000 to 6,000 miles, depending on the car, you got to look it up. Change your oil.
Right.
I'm telling you, and if it's a newer car, do synthetic. Your car will last way long.
So, with all that being said, We got some people now that have great credit or good credit, might have a 700 score. What can you do for them?
That's I mean that's you cut you tell me the car you want, and I'm gonna get you the lowest interest rate possible. Go through a credit union at 2.49. You know,
2.49.
2.49. I can get you on a used car, good credit, and that's at 72 months. So I can get you 2.49, but you gotta have that you gotta have that credit. You gotta have that good credit.
That's a head scratcher, right?
But now watch this. What happens if you don't have great credit? What happens if you're a 6'4" and you're just mid credit? Right?
Uh-huh.
Instead of you're not gonna get 2.49, but you don't have to go to a small place that has two banks that's only gonna get you 24%. You could at least go to a place that has a bank that's going to get you 12, 13, something in between. So don't people sometimes go places thinking that that's their last option when it's really not. And you got to remember the resources too.
Well, I could be wrong, but I heard that you got some of the best banks calling you to do deals because you do so many deals. You got so many options on banks. What's the difference if somebody has one bank or two banks opposed to what you have here
Tools
at
in the
Jimmy
tools
the
in the toolbox. Tools in the toolbox. The more tools you have as a technician, the more certified you are, the more stuff you've done, the more things that you know, the more you've seen. Same thing. You got more banks, you got more options, you got more chances. So if one bank calls up, so let's say one bank approves you at 14%, and the other bank approves you at 14%. I'm gonna call them up and I'm gonna say, listen, which one of you want to beat this rate? Are you gonna give my customer 10%?
Okay.
Or are you gonna give them 11? And they're gonna say, well, I want that contract. Okay, well then you're gonna give my customer a better rate. So there's ways that's what a finance guy does is he's making sure that the customer he's working for the customer.
You're fighting for the customer.
That's what they're doing. That's what they're supposed to be doing.
Right.
They're not supposed to just shoot it in and say, oh, you got 24%, that's it. And the customer just says, okay, I got to deal with it. No, they would at least try to get them a better rate than 24%. Right. You would hope.
Right. And as a matter of fact, while we are talking about this is the first virtual event with Jimmy the Boxer Auto Mall, Magic 95.9 going into the new year. Myself, Konan here, the famous, world famous Jimmy the Boxer in the building right here. So you're actually seeing cars outside, some of the vehicles. And right now, what you got to understand is 2015 up is where Jimmy the Boxer starts. And if you have a car, if you're just tuning in and you upside down in your car, you need to hear this because Jimmy the Boxer is one of the only people and one of the first people to start doing this. So for those that's just tuning in, man, if they upside down in the car, what can you do for them?
Listen, if you want to get into another car and you want to get out of that one, now's the time. Cars are worth more than ever. If you want to sell your car and you don't want a car payment no more, bring the car in. I'm going to appraise it. I'm going to give you the appraisal value. Look at how much you owe on it, and you might be getting a check back to you. So if you come in and your car's worth $18,000 and you owe $15,000, you're getting $3,000 back. I had two people do it last week. I bought a pickup truck, a Dodge Ram pickup truck, true story, and he got like, I don't know, it was a couple grand back. And he even said it was clutch. So, that I'll give you the money on top. If it's worth it, I'm paying for it.
So listen, you heard the commercials, he spends money to make money, but he also makes sure the customer is taken care of. So if you have anything that you want to say to us, make sure you hit us in the chat right now so we can go ahead and answer your questions. But this is a one-stop shop. Service center, cars, waiting room. They even got TVs. If you got the kids with you, the kids can sit in the waiting area
and watch TV. We got a little area for the kids too. We got the little play thing for the kids. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. We got plenty of snack machines. Soda machines.
I saw that. Yeah, I saw that.
We get a lot of customers. So we get, we on a Saturday we could get at one time 70, 80 customers. So we have to have a big space and have enough. We have 2 showrooms. We have 4 bathrooms. We have enough space. We have a full service center, service waiting area. We have enough space. We have a service valet. We have a sales valet. So we had enough space.
20,000 square feet just in the service area to get your cars fixed. So it's not just one car at a time. You're not rolling in or having 2 cars at a time. You got plenty of space for cars. And you see these vehicles in the lot. So you say you started in 2015 and most of the cars you have right now
like 18, 19s, 20s, 21s. I got cars with 3,000 miles on them. You get cars with 60, 70,000 miles is like where my top is, unless the car is absolutely clean as a whistle and comes in, it's a trade, it's the right one, I keep it. If it has 100,000 miles on it. So because sometimes those bigger trucks, like let's say an 18 Escalade, the things are super expensive, but you get one with 90,000 miles on it, and you can get a reasonable price range. It's people want that car, So there's a car for everybody, but most of my cars, newer cars, low mileage, warranties available. And again, I'm gonna stand behind my car and take care of you if you have a problem.
So if you're in a position right now for repo or something crazy, Jimmy the Boxer will definitely hook you up. All right, so
it's worth it. It takes 5 to 10 minutes when you come here for me to appraise the car and see the value on it. So if you want to get out of the car, if you're up for repossession, why not take a shot? It's nothing but 15 minutes, and you're gonna know if you can get your car paid off and not take the repossession.
All right, so one of the things that said some of the cars, we're going to talk about some of the cars.
Now that one's nice. Now that's the chart. That's the Dodge Durango. That's the RT. It's got the red interior. It's got the LED lights. I love the wheels. That thing.
I see the lights.
Yeah. And when he show you the interior, it's got the red guts. That's the right color combo.
Okay, let's look at the interior. See what we got going on here. Oh yeah,
it's the right one. It's the right one.
Oh, that's tough.
Yeah,
that is tough.
So if you need an SUV, you need a family SUV, but you still want the style, you still want the color combo, you can still want that flash, you can have it right there, black on red.
There you go.
And you can still put the soccer mom sticker on the back, right. The soccer dad sticker on the back.
So listen, JimmyBoxerAutomall.com is where you need to go right now, and you can see the vehicles on the site, or you can just come here right now. We here. All right, Jimmy the Box is in the building. It's your man Konan. I'm in the building. We're going to be here. We're just waiting on you. Going into the new year, you want a new vehicle? We want to make sure that you get a new vehicle, okay? And if you got something that you need to bring in here that you upside down on, Jimmy the Boxer will take it off your hands, all right?
Yep, and cars are worth more now than they've ever been. So now's the time. If you want to get out of the car, you don't want the car, whatever the case might be, now's the time.
All right, so for those people that have tuned in and realized their credit score is not up to par. We talked about that already, but for our new listeners, if you can touch on that one more time, because I know for a long time I had money, but I didn't know how valuable, because in my household, my dad didn't teach me how valuable my credit was.
You know? A lot of parents didn't, and schools don't.
Right.
So how are you supposed to learn about why you think it happened to me? I had 3 repos, I had bad credit. When I was 18, go with your friends to the phone store. All your buddies like, you get approved for 8 lines.
Right.
I give you $10. I give you 10. None of my friends gave me $10. I ruined my credit one piece at a time. You know what I'm saying? Because we really didn't know.
Right.
So at the end of the day, if you knew, even like let's say if you came to me and you get a car and the interest rate you had to deal with was high, the highest interest rate that's max, let's say 24%. Right. You don't keep the 24% for the whole 6 years, whatever years, 3 years. You keep it for the amount of time that you need to get your score up. So if you see in 4 months on Credit Karma your score is going up, you go to your credit union and you refinance the loan and cut the interest rate down. So you're not paying $550 a month, then you're paying $400 or $350. So it's baby steps to get there. And then once you start making your car payments, credit cards start coming in the mail.
Right. That's true. That's
true. You gotta take a Macy's credit card or whatever it is, and you gotta make sure you budget yourself. So that's part of it.
So how many auto dealerships or owners have taught you what he just said? All right, because one of the things is
most of them are old. They're not in the dealership all day long from morning to night, building department after department and trying to sell 300-400 cars. I sell 100 cars to open up a month. I sell 150 to 160 now, and we growing every month as we grow.
Wow.
And I want to sell 300-400 cars. So I want to sell you, your brother, your mom, anybody that needs a car, you can send to me, and we're gonna sell them a car.
Look at this one right here.
Oh yeah, that's the Camaro. That's the Bumblebee convertible. So who wants the Bumblebee convertible right now? And what place is gonna tell you, yo, look at that Camaro, and if you got a 550 score, come see me, and I'm gonna work on it. Or if you got a 480 score, whatever, we gonna work on it.
Wow. So if you got a messed up credit score right now, you could be driving off in this vehicle right here. Look at this. And all the cars are clean. I will say that. All the cars are clean. They look real good. The lot looks good. I mean, everything's lined up nice.
That's the SS right there. That one, that's the SS. That's the fast one. That one, get up and go.
Oh, okay.
That's that SS. That's that pure power. Now, and when you come, it's very simple. You bring a couple things with you. If you want to sell your car to me, bring the title with you, bring the registration, bring your driver's license. You got to be the owner of the vehicle, and you can't have no liens on a vehicle unless we call and get the payoff and make sure on the payoff and do the calculation. Now, if you want to buy a car, you're going to bring proof of income, proof of residency, and you're going to bring your driver's license. You're going to bring the title for your trade if you have a trade, and the registration. So there's a couple things. And if you got a car that you want to get service on, you go to my website, click on the service tab, make an appointment right on the website, or you can get pre-approved for your car right on the website. All you got to do is go to jimmytheboxerautomall.com, click on the finance tab, and apply now. And then we'll give you a call, let you know, yo, we got you pre-approved for the car you want. Come in, set the appointment, and get you rocking and rolling.
And one of the things that you said about the service feature, so they can get their transmission fixed or whatever and pay it off in 6 months. But do they have to bring something like, for example, proof of a job or anything?
No, it's super simple. No, super simple. We don't nothing. All you gotta do is call call me up or come in, and they're gonna send you a text message, and you'll get approved on your phone. You do it all on your phone. You don't do nothing. Nothing. It's just it's basically there for people that are in hard times that need to get their car fixed and have an avenue to go. That's all it's there for.
And this is the first time I've heard of this, because a lot of people do run into situations. I ran into this situation before where I paid $1,900 for my transmission, and they put it on a diagnostics machine. They told me what was wrong. I said, okay, cool, $1,900. And I paid cash, $1,900. I drove the truck, and it was still driving the same. So I turned around and go back. It was like, oh, well, I ordered that piece, and I thought that piece, well, I already paid $1,900.
Now, your shop should have drove it, felt it, called you up, and gave you the option while they had your truck in the air. Yo, you need one more piece to make your car right. You would have said, yeah, no problem. I want my car right? Okay, you found another problem that was because they never know what exactly is wrong until they start taking stuff apart. And when they see other stuff, they should have gave you that option. They should have gave you the option to say, yeah, I'm gonna fix that. And that's what I teach my guys. And I'm building and training and trying to find the right people in the right spot. But that's one of the things that he should have did.
And that's what I was going to say about this. So next they tell me it's another $3,000. But if I would have been here, I would have had 6 months to say, okay, go ahead, fix it. I know in 6 months I'm going to have a payment plan to pay that off. And only right here at Jimmy the Boxer Auto Mall have I heard that before.
Right. And I brought that in because you can only do stuff that you've been through.
Right.
So if you're an owner of a dealership and you've been rich for the last 30, 40 years, or you were born into money, or you're spoon-fed, or you was given a dealership, or you really didn't know, unless you started from the bottom and grind up, you don't know what to put in place for that. Right. I've broken down, had my car broke down, not had $1 in my pocket, and didn't know how to get it fixed, and had to do rides and do this, and ask my friend to pick me up and all that. I've done that, so I can put things in place because I know about it. You see what I'm saying?
And here it is right here, y'all. 20,000 square feet right now that you're looking at.
You need your car fixed. You come to me. You see all the lifts. Fill them.
Look at that. You got stuff sitting down that you're working on, the engine and stuff. I mean, this is ideal for any person because most major dealerships don't have
Jimmy the Boxer is its own
space.
Franchise. Jimmy the Boxer is its own franchise. That's what I've been saying from the beginning. I'm doing my own franchise. I didn't go out and buy somebody else's franchise.
Right.
I'm not going by anybody else's rules. I'm going by mine. I'm showing you that I can sell you a car. I could be a service center. I can be parts. I can be sales. I can buy cars off the street. I can do everything a franchise can do right here in one house and make sure that we worry about our customer service and we're working on hiring the right people to deliver the right customer service because I can only talk to so many people.
Right, exactly.
So it's all about training and hiring and making sure that we putting the right people in the right spot to make sure that you get the customer service.
And this is not to down any other brand name vehicle, but I've been to Mercedes dealership, and I've never seen a service center that size. That's all I'm saying.
But I'm doing. You got to remember, I'm selling X amount of cars. I'm a former Maryland State Inspection Station, so I'm selling X amount of cars, and I'm doing full retail work. So if you need an oil change, you can come to me. Right. If you need a tire, you can come to me. If you need whatever you need, you can come to me as long as it's not body work. We don't do body work. We don't do details. I keep getting calls nonstop for that. I don't do it. But
the cars are so clean though.
No, I can detail mine, but I can't detail yours that you come off the street. I don't have enough time. I don't have enough guys. But we can, keep up with what we got. But it's about having options. It's about knowing your options, and it's about making sure that you're gonna get taken care of, and that's what we're gonna do. Whether we fixing your car, buying your car, or we selling you a car, that's what we're going to do.
Or giving you advice on how to make sure you get to that 0-point financing by making your credit better. Just like he said, as you go through the steps, refi.
Even if you don't buy a car from me, even if you just went and bought a car from somebody else in the last 5 months, go refinance your loan. 6 months, 8 months, 12 months, whatever it is, go refinance or see if you can. All it is a little bit of effort and save you a lot of money.
All right. So going into 2022, if there's anything you could tell people about Jimmy the Boxer Auto Mall and about yourself, something that they need to do to make sure they get in a new vehicle.
All you got to do is let me help you get the vehicle you want. I mean, it's simple as that. If I don't got the vehicle, I'm going to go get it. It's simple as that. If you come in and you have a car and it's not running it right and the engine, something's wrong with the engine, and you come in and you owe too much on it and you can't trade out of it, I can fix it. Or if you don't want to fix it, we can trade it in and get you with something else. So either way, there's options. That's why I have to put everything in one house and have everything here, and so I can have multiple options for everybody. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
Any situation. So we run, like I said, we open 9 to 9, Monday through Saturday. Most dealerships are closed at 6. I was open on Christmas Eve. We were selling cars on Christmas Eve.
What?
I mean, yeah, we don't stop. We sell. I buy cars. I sell cars. I fix cars. You understand? So hours 9 to 9, Monday through Saturday. So, and we take our last appointments at 8 p.m. because we need an hour to get the paperwork done and do everything like that. So we take our last appointment at 8. But the whole thing is, most dealerships are sleeping. They're sleeping at 5, 6 o'clock. They're not doing nothing. They're not used to having hundreds of customers. I deal with hundreds of customers.
All right. So listen, this number right now, 443-442-6131. If you have any questions about what you're seeing right now, or if you want to figure out how to get here today, all right, going into the new year, you need a new vehicle. You want a new vehicle. He can help you, all right? And if you're upside down in the vehicle, he is buying your vehicle from you. Now, the vehicle has to run, though.
You got to run. You got to be able to drive it in and let me scan it. I can't do appraisals over the phone. Don't even call. Can't do it. When it comes to just wanting to sell your car, you pull up, we scan it, we make sure the engine, the transmissions are good. We check. We just do a condition report, and if the engine, transmission have problems or whatever, it's an older car. It is what it is. You're going to get the value of the car as it is, right? But it's super simple. It's fast. Don't call. It's not going to work. We can't do values over the phone. We got to look at the car. We got to see it, touch it, and see what we buying, because you wouldn't buy something over the phone either.
That's right. So go to the website right now. Look at the vehicles, JimmyTheBoxerAutomall.com. And then if you see something that you like and you want to talk to somebody, a salesperson, 443-442-6131, and tell them that you saw Konan, Magic 95.9, and Jimmy the Boxer right here, because you want to drive off in something new and you want to go in 2002 feeling good. There's two things that make people feel really good besides appearance: new clothes and a new car.
Facts.
Always.
A fact.
100%.
And a new haircut.
Right. Yeah, a new haircut. You're right. Tax time is coming up too, going into the new year. So do you have an idea on how you can...
I'm the same all year long. That's why I try to tell everybody, like, what do you do? Taxi, everybody's getting tax money back. I don't care. Whatever you got down, just come tell us that you have. If it's 500, tell us you have 500 towards tax and tag. but you want that car, and let us see if we can accomplish what you want. It's not about having X amount of dollars down. It's not about having good credit or bad credit. Just tell us what you have. If it's 500, 300, 800, 1,000, 1,200, obviously the more you put down, the better for you because you're financing less payments.
Right.
So whatever you can afford, you tell us, and that's what we're going to help you do. So even in tax season, it's the same. But in tax season, it is make sure you do your homework. Make sure you go to somebody that's going to do what I told you. Because most tax time is they're just going to take your tax money. You're going to end up with the same amount of payment as if you would have came to me with $1,000 down because I would have did my job and found the right interest rate or whatever the case might be. So don't waste your money. Don't go, because that's what a lot of people do. They'll go, I got $5,000 down.
Okay, so listen.
Keep it honest with them, what you got and what you really want to spend down.
And one of the things he said is important, though. If you put more down, your payments could be lower. All right. So the more you put down, the lower your payment. If you say, Jimmy, I got this kind of credit. I want a $200 payment on my car, but your credit is jacked up.
And you want a Q50. Not going to happen. Not going to happen. If you come in and say you want the QX60 and I got bad credit and I want to be 300, those things don't go together.
Right.
But now watch this. What happens if you have bad credit, but you make $5,000-$6,000 a month? Maybe you're a nurse or you're a doctor. Maybe you make the money, but you have bad credit. You went through a divorce.
Right.
You can get a luxury car. You can come and I can go get you whatever Lexus you want. If you make the money to afford the payment, that's the key. To afford the payment,
right,
you can drive whatever you want. I can go get you whatever you want and get you approved. But you got to have the income to support the payment, to support the car.
Right.
So, and that's out there because and somebody that's had good credit that's went backwards should know you can get good credit back. Right?
Oh, absolutely.
So they understand.
That was me. I can be honest. That was me. I did it.
And I went from having no credit to bad credit and having to work all the years to get good credit. But at the end of the day, make sure that you go somewhere that has options when it comes to the financing, especially when you're financing newer cars that are a lot of money, not a $3,000 car, not a $5,000. You're financing a car at $18,000, $20,000. Make sure they have options to get you the right rates, to get you into the car at a reasonable rate. And then be smart. Refinance the loan. Okay. Refinance after time. And as your credit goes up, fix that interest rate. Get it lower.
All right. And there's another thing. Is new semester. College season is coming up. I mean, January. A lot of people want, instead of riding their kids all the time, because that's one of the worst. When the parent has other things to do and they have to make a decision on riding their kids someplace and doing something for themselves, guess who's going to win? The kid, because we always put the kids first. So going into this new year, some people going to want cars for their students or children going off to school.
Yeah. Listen, and we got first-time buyer programs. We have credit unions that have a lot of different programs. So at the end of the day, if you're in college or maybe you're not even in college, maybe you just graduated high school and you work in a regular job doing whatever. I have first-time buyer programs. And even if you have a couple of derogatories, I have banks that'll work with you still. So it's about, and if you come in wanting the Ferrari, I can't accomplish that. But what we are going to do is show you that we can't get you the Ferrari, but we can put you in a Malibu. We can put you in a Cruise, something a 19, 18, still a nice car, just not a Ferrari.
Right. But
now, once you make a couple of years of payments, you get the Ferrari.
Right, okay.
So it's all about the stepping and doing it one thing at a time and growing it up. And now, if you have good credit and you make a lot of money and you want the Ferrari, come on, I'll get you the Ferrari. Can you handle a $1,000 payment? Do you make enough to handle $1,000, $1,100 payment a month? I'll go get you that car. No problem.
See, that's why Jimmy the Boxer is knocking out the competition. Jimmy the Boxer all the time. Make sure the name is on the building when you pull up. If you don't see the name on the building, you're in the wrong place. So I'm going to tell you this one more time. Yes. Call this number, 443-442-6131. Make an appointment to come on in or go to boxerautomall.com. All right, your one-stop shop. Everything's happening right here. We here. I'm going to hang out for a while because the cars you saw, I got to
First time you came to the spot,
right. It's all love, man. So anything you want to say? Because you're knocking out the competition. They know that already.
Listen, if you need a car, come check us out. If you need service work, come check us out. You want to sell your car, come check me out. If your car's up for repossession, don't forget you can sell it right now, not take the repossession on your credit, get out of the car, and it could be free and clear. Or you might owe $500 and say, you know what? Here, Jimmy, you're giving me 12 grand. I owe 12.5. Here's the $500. Get me out of my loan. You see what I'm saying? And then wait till it comes off your credit as paid in full, and then go buy another car.
There you
and
go.
Now you don't have to get hit with a repossession and go way backwards, when right now is a time for a lot of people to get out of bad situations. But is somebody going to tell you that's the difference?
All right. So listen, to sum that up, don't take bad credit into 2022. Don't take a repossession in 2022. Don't not get help.
Bad credit's not going to define you, though. Your hustle, once you get in that car, to rebuild your credit. So you got to rebuild the credit up.
Right.
And that's when you get that car, when I put you in a car, that's when it starts. And you're going to refinance it. You're going to get credit cards. You're going to build that credit up the right way.
All right. So I'm going to leave you with this. JimmyTheBoxerAutomall.com. He's knocking out the competition.
Knocking out the competition.